What's up, guys? I'm so sorry that I haven't been making videos lately. I've been busy, and I've also been sort of lazy, and I haven't really been buying anything lately. But I decided to make a video today showing off what I have, or what I've started of my little gaming corner where I keep my systems and my games. So as you can see, we've had this cabinet, this whole shelf thing for a really long time, and it's been sitting down here unused. Decided to change it into a little gaming storage unit thing. So yeah, let's get into the details here. Of course, we have the CRT TV. We have the original PlayStation, which I have 4 or 5 duplicates of. I mean, I always see them in the thrift stores, and they're always so cheap, so I pick them up, I mean, if anybody wants a PlayStation, I'd be happy to sell the duplicates that I have. I'm trying to kind of get rid of them. So yeah, I guess this is probably one, like this and the Super Nintendo would probably be my favorite systems of all time, just because I had them when I was a kid. They're my childhood memories. And next we have the GameCube. Never owned this when it came out. Always wanted it, primarily because of the Resident Evil remake, which I own as well. Yeah. There's also a bunch of other games that I wanted to play for this, and I am glad that I own it. So, I was thinking of maybe like getting a Wii, because it can play GameCube games as well, and just skip out on actually getting a GameCube. But I have this sort of thing where, like, if I'm going to play, for example, a GameCube game, I have to play it on the original hardware. So, yeah. Down here, we have the Super Nintendo. This is not my original that I had as a kid. I actually got this on eBay. I got this boxed with the styrofoam inside and all the little inserts. Probably overpaid for it. I paid like $50. But I was excited to get the box with it. I mean, you don't find something like that every day, and I always see them going on eBay for more if they're boxed. So yeah. Next we have the Dreamcast. This is one, like, when I started collecting, this is one of the systems that I wanted to get first, primarily because of the Shenmue series. I would always read the gaming magazines back in the day, and I would see the photos of Shenmue, and it just looked so badass to me. There didn't seem like any other game out there at the time that was like Shenmue. But I never had a Dreamcast, and I had the PlayStation back then, and then by the time I moved on to the PS2, I forgot about the Dreamcast. And when I got back into gaming a few years ago, I had the Dreamcast like on the back of my mind, And when I started collecting, I decided to pick one up because I mean, there's a bunch of other games that I wanted to play for it, like Skies of Arcadia and all of that. I also like the controllers. I like this screen that they had on them, which I haven't seen any other system since do something like this. I may be wrong, but I think Dreamcast was the first to do this, and it was probably like the last to do something like this. I always found it cool. But I heard that the new Nintendo system that's going to be coming out, successor to the Wii, will have a technology similar to this. So I wonder what they would do with it. Next we have the Nintendo 64. Never owned this as a kid either, but my neighbor had this, and yeah, there's not really a lot of Nintendo 64 games that I like. Paper Mario, the Nintendo exclusives, and then I mean, Nintendo 64 didn't really have any, RPGs for it, and like nothing of survival horror, which are the two genres that I like the most. And ever since I got this Nintendo 64, I've been playing games on it. I'll be honest and say that whenever I play games on the N64, I don't know, they give off that like childish feeling to me. Not saying they're bad games, but like you could tell. I mean, like even the storylines kind of cringe at some of the storylines of these Nintendo games. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But to give it credit, it does have one of the best Resident Evil 2 ports. Or at least so I hear. So, but yeah. And of course I have the GoldenEye, which started the whole first-person shooter thing. But yeah, whatever. And now we have the Sega Genesis, which I also never owned. Actually, you know what? We did buy a Sega Genesis back in the day, but I think I broke it the first day we got it. But I mean, my cousin had this, and I remember going to his house and just playing it all the time. The Sonics, Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe, Captain America and the Avengers, Streets of Rage, all these classic games. And one of my short-term goals with the Genesis is to try to get all the games that my cousin had back in the day. So yeah. Next we have the regular Nintendo. We had this laying around the house back in the day when I was younger, but I didn't really bond with it as much as the Super Nintendo. I guess I was too young. Or maybe I wasn't into gaming at that time, at that young of an age. But yeah, I played the Super Marios back in the day and all that, so. Oh man, yeah. We have here my Xbox and Xbox 360 collection. As you can see, it's not much. I probably haven't bought a 360 game in the last couple years. I've been getting like, ever since recently, or just for the last few years, I've been getting most of my gaming from emulation and just kind of stopped playing the consoles. I only recently got back into console playing like a month ago or so. But yeah, I plan on increasing all of this. I plan on also selling off some of the Xbox games that I don't need or I don't want, such as like the sports game and stuff. We have Sega Genesis games here, which I only collect boxed. I've made it a point to only start buying games that I actually want or that are actually good. I kind of told myself that there's no point in collecting just any game that I find, even if it's cheap. If it sucks or I'm not interested in it, I'm not going to buy it. You know what I mean? So for Genesis, I plan on getting the games that my cousin had, and then just the classics, Streets of Rage, Phantasy Stars, the 2, 3, and 4. Games like that, That way I know that my collection is only of good stuff, not just some bullshit, Same with Xbox, same with 360, Super Nintendo and all that. Down here we have the PlayStation games that I have. Oddworld, Abe's Exodus, I played the first one, I beat the first one. And it was just such a cool game. So I'm looking forward to playing. I never played the sequels. Alone in the Dark. I never played that series either. But I'm a big fan of Resident Evil and Silent Hill. And a survival horror fan in general, so looking forward to that. This is actually my best find here, this Shenmue 2. I haven't started it yet, but yeah, this goes for like $60 on eBay. I managed to find it with Shenmue 1 for 25 bucks. So yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on here. Sorry about that. Just kind of end this quickly here. Here's the rest of my PlayStation games. Not a lot, as you can see. That's primarily because I only buy, again, like I said, what I'm interested in and what's good. So yeah, and a small collection of Dreamcast games. Oh man. And then, for those of you who are music fans, I'm also a musician, so I have a bunch of amplifiers and stuff. So, but over here, this is where I keep like my NES games. I'm planning to sell off some too, you know, the crap that I have. Only keep the stuff that I'm interested in. Just a small collection of Super Nintendo. I also kind of decided that I'm going to collect boxed. So if I really want a game, I'm going to try to get it in the box. And then for the games that I have already, try to find the boxes for them. I mean, if I'm going to be collecting stuff that's good and what I'm interested in, means my collection won't be that big. So if it won't be that big, I might as well get the boxes for them, you know. I mean, if my goal is to collect every single like Nintendo game, it would get expensive if I tried to get all the boxes. But here's where I keep my controllers and stuff. So yeah, let's move on to the games that I've picked up in these last few weeks. So yeah, now we move on to the games that I've picked up recently, which is not a lot. I haven't been... Primarily the reason why I haven't picked up a lot is because I put my original Xbox down here and I modified it so it has all the emulators on it and stuff. So I've been playing that. I know that's, you know, for collectors, they don't want to hear that, you know. But I figured an approach like that would help me spend a lot less money. I figured if I play a game on the emulator and I really like it, I'll buy the actual game. That way I know that my collection's only stuff that I know is good, rather than some bullshit, you know. Because I don't want to be the kind of collector that just buys whatever he sees just because it's cheap, you know. I don't see the point in collecting like that. But anyways, let's get into what I've picked up recently. Sonic Adventure 2 for Dreamcast, which is actually, you know, I got this for free because the game is not inside, it's just a case. So I'm looking. I figured if I get the case for free, and then I can pick up the game cheaper, since I'll be only looking for the disc only. You know what I mean? Can I save money doing it that way? I guess. But the case is in good condition. Next I got Silent Hill for the original PlayStation. I have Silent Hill 2 on the Xbox, and but I have this thing where I can't start it unless I've played the first in the series. I kind of have that thing where I have to play games in order. I don't know why, it's kind of stupid, but it's just how I am. Love this game though. I love this series. Played it back when this came out. Such a good game. Next I got an empty case for free again. This one happens to be Suikoden 2, which goes for like $150 on eBay. And I figured if I can get the case, I'm sure there's some people out there that have the disc and or manual and need the case. So I'm sure I can like get a bunch of money for this, you know what I mean? So I mean, I got that. It was free, so whatever. Virtua Fighter 3 TB for the Dreamcast. Yeah, I like the Virtua Fighter series. Never actually heard of this one though. I wonder, hope it's good. So it was cheap though, like $2 or something. Next I got Mega Man X5 I didn't get it for $12.99. I actually got it for $10. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Mega Man series. Glad I got this. Next we have the Genesis version of Mortal Kombat. You gotta have Mortal Kombat if you're in the Genesis. I think it's the best version of Mortal Kombat compared to like the Super Nintendo and stuff. Yeah, the box is actually in really nice condition. It's acting complete with manual and all that. So next I got Doom 3 in this awesome case. Look at this. I got this for $5. Look at this. It's like a metal case. So badass. Look at this. So cool. I never played Doom 3. Heard it's good though. I heard it's like a departure from the older Doom games, and that it's slower. And I'll just get that later. Yeah. And then I got some PlayStation 2 games. Jak 2, which I heard is good, and an RPG that I heard is really good. Dot Hack Mutation Part 2. I plan on getting all the parts of this. I think there's 4. But I heard this series is really good. So yeah. That's it. I mean, that's all that's all I bought within the last few weeks, so yeah, look forward to more videos. I'm gonna actually kinda try to do more videos. Try to kinda be more not be as lazy about it, so yeah, take care.